All right, everybody. Scott Pierce here at Listings to Leads. Good to see Mike. Good to see you, Harvey. All right, Tori. Good to see everybody. Hey, listen, before we get started on the call today, I'm going to be pushing this quite a bit. If you haven't seen it in the mastermind group, the 24 to 28 page expired home marketing plan booklet. These are amazing. So if you're going after expireds, if you want to convert expireds, what we've done is, we've got the flip books, we've got the PDF guides, which I'm holding the PDF guide. This was printed by Mailbox Power as a booklet. And I want to offer to set these up in your Listings to Leads account, set it up in Mailbox Power, in our Mailbox Power account, and then make these available for you to order 10, 20, or 30 at a time at $8 each, which is if you got Mailbox Power and you got the highest level plan, then you're good to go. If you don't, and if you want to convert expireds, now you can also do this with canceleds. We got the same presentation for listing presentations. We've got this for FSBOs. For the bulk application, like what I'm talking about right here, it's going to be expires and canceleds. And imagine though being able to have like 20 of these on your desk. When a canceled or an expired listing come up, you've got this ready with a cover letter to put in the mail, to door knock, and it's 24 to 28 pages, depending on if you do the coming soon, if you get your introduction, if you do the cover letter. But the absolutely gorgeous QR codes that they can scan. It's got the complete marketing plan to get your expired home sold right there. So I am going to put this link, and I believe there is in fact, let me see here. I think it might be, yeah, right there. There's a link where you can order this, where you can do the order. So I'm going to put this in the chat. Do you have the cover letter for us? Julie, yes, you will get the cover letter that you can edit however you want, or you can give us your own cover letter. The cover letter you could also just print at your office, as you're doing them. So we can, for example, we can either print this and we can include the cover letter, no problem. Or we can just print it and then you can print the cover letter as you're door dropping or dropping in the mail. Does that make sense? Either way, I don't care. You can do both. So for whatever that is, comment on that post, click the link, order. So what will happen is if you order the setup, if you click this link, it's a goofy, awful looking link. All right. Expired booklet setup. So what will happen is we will set up an expired listing in your Listings to Leads account. We will grab the PDF. It's all branded to you, your pictures, your logos, your colors, and everything. We will take that and then we'll set up the booklet within our Mailbox Power account. We will send you one copy so you can take a look at it, get it in the mail, see what you think, check the pictures, all right, the colors, the logo, check out the QR codes that people can scan. I think you can see that in the camera. So there's several QR codes in here. And then when you're good to go, we'll give you the links where you can order 10, 20, or 30 at a time. And I think this is absolutely going to be a game changer. Sherry, you can totally do this for a listing, but if you're going to do it for a specific listing, you can just do that. Like you wouldn't order bulk. Does that make sense? This is where, and I'll tell you, I think the massive benefit of doing the bulk is every day you're going through the expireds. All right. You're looking at cancels and FSBOs and all that. Sure. I can add a listing. And if I go to my Listings to Leads account, if I go to listingstoleads.com, I log into my account. Yes, I can go to add listing manual, and I can select expired, canceled. I can do this for FSBO. I can do this for a listing presentation. and, add the homeowner's name, right? The property address, and a photo of that particular property. And then I've got the same PDF. I've got the same flip book that I can share with that particular homeowner. But the problem then is I got to do that for every single one. And now if I'm doing a listing presentation, 100% I'm going to do it for a listing presentation. But when I've got quite a few expireds that I want to go after, I don't necessarily have time to create these for every single expired in my area. That's going to be an entire day every week. Does that make sense, Sherry? Great question. Different applications, and I think both are really going to. And there could be an expired that it's $1 million expired, or $1 million canceled, or $1 million FSBO, and maybe for that expired, I do a specific print. Does that make sense? And then if you're going to do that, what I recommend is, if you're going to do it, and I'll show you here, is a thermal binder from Amazon. I just want you using these because these are so thermo binder machine. One second, I'm going to bring it over here. I'll show you. And I'll give you the link to this one. I actually own this one. It's $57. I think if I was going to do it again, I would buy a spiral bind. And somebody else mentioned that to me as well. So I own this. And so when I add an expired or a FSBO, or if I got a listing presentation where I want to market 1-to-1, I really want to target that specific expired, then I would add the listing to my account, download the PDF and print it, and then use a machine like this one to print it. And then it comes in a nice kind of a little binder. That said, if I were going to do this again, I would order, I think, a spiral, because then the spiral is a little bit easier to lay open, similar to now. And again, the massive game-changing benefit to you of having us set this up for you, putting it into our mailbox power account, ordering $8 each is absolutely a ridiculous price on these things. $8 each. If you were to try to do this at Vistaprint, you'd be paying like $15-20 per. And when you think of the things that, I've seen other things that agents will send out to an expired, it's like a book that looks like it was written in 1995 that no one is ever going to read. They want to know what you're going to do. They're home expired. Likely 90% of the time, the agent probably had a substandard marketing plan, or whatever it was, a marketing plan that's not half of what this is. So for you to be able to door knock, to be able to mail right to those expireds on a one-off right from your office is lights out. You do that for a couple of months, you are going to have some listings. And so I really wanted to price this to a point where you could order 20 every month, 20 or 30 of these every month, so that you just got a stack and you're going to get through it. All right. Imagine 30 times 8, 270. If you do 20 times 8, that's $160 every month, man. Get another 20 of these for $160. All right. Again, drop a cover letter on this, door knock, mail this. You're going to be absolutely loving it. Rebecca says, spiral lace flat. Yes, exactly right. Thermal bind does not hold all the pages reliably. Yeah, I've never had a problem, Rebecca, with the binder. But with the binder, it's going to lay a little bit more like this. And so when you try to open it up, it's going to be more of this kind of a thing. Does that make sense? Right? Where this one from Mailbox Power, look at that. Beautiful. Just lays there like a local real estate home magazine. Right? Beautiful. And the spiral, I think the spiral, not quite as professional as this version, but it's right there. I mean, if you do the spiral version of something like this, and I've seen some for, the same price range, you can get them anywhere from $50 to $250, I think, for this application. You can go on the cheaper end with that. All right. I don't want to spend all day on this, but I'm telling you, as many people that are winning their listing presentations using this in their standard listing presentation, it's just going to be a game changer for those people that get this too. Now, again, this is not a one-time thing where I do 3 or 4 and see what happens. This is something you want to do every single month. All right. And it's very similar to the cash offer that we're going to do today. Every month, I want to make sure I am, now with the expireds, I want to be doing that every single day. All right. But for the cash offer, it's also something I want to do on a regular basis. And every month is a very good opportunity to re-put this offer in front of our audience. So any other questions on this, go ahead and ask me now, but I put this link into the chat. If you are watching this on a recording, go to our Facebook mastermind group for listings to leads. And if you just look for how hot will this look? All right. And there's a search feature in the top right. How hot will this look? And let's see if that doesn't bring up what I'm talking about. Perfect. There we go. All right. Look at that laying there on the countertop. Looks so good. I'm going to close that. I'll close this. Get to listings to leads. Let's go ahead and log into our account. You're going to land. Let me come back onto the dashboard. You'll land here on the dashboard. And so we've got 2 cash offer iBuyer funnels. We got the landing page and we got the PDF guide. They both will have ads, post, short form video scripts, essentially the entire, e-flyers for your database, print flyers, postcards. Let's go to the PDF guide first. And I might do the guide one month. I might do the landing page the next month. Follow our training. Like, if you do it today, that'd be perfect because I do this training about the same, like every 4 weeks. So if we do this today, the next time I do this training, it'll be perfect. So I'm going to type in cash into the search for PDF guide. Here's the PDF guide. Should you sell your home fast for cash? I can view the guide. That's the landing page. One second here. There we go. I can download. You're going to see English, Spanish, English text only. And actually, I've been using that more often because, if I just want to play around in ChatGPT, for example, I might download the text only version and then upload that into ChatGPT and say, give me a really cool social media post that is targeting first-time home buyers in Folsom, California, right? And kind of come up with some more specific profiles or personalities. So the text only version has actually been something I've been using a lot more lately because, I couldn't upload a PDF. No, I don't think, and if I did, it just would make less sense. So the text only version, I think, is a better one to do. So just something to kind of play around with for you right there. If I click on the green marketing tools button, now this PDF is branded to you 100%. When you download it, you're going to see it's got your pictures, your logos, your colors, even your fonts. So if you select, some brands have different fonts, so we make sure we try to get that as well. So this is 100% to you. If you literally signed up this morning, you went through the wizard, all right, where you upload your photo and your logo and all that good stuff. Our team will actually do it for you. If we see that it's not done in a short amount of time, then this is all ready. This is all dialed in and good to go. So the first thing we got here for the PDF guide, so we're offering the guide, is the Facebook and Instagram ad. This would be a paid ad. Now these leads are going to come in between 10 to 20 bucks each. So keep that in mind. Type in location. Now we got enough free ways to use this that I don't want people to feel compelled. Well, my God, I got to spend $100 to $200 a week on ads like this. If you got the budget, that is obviously something you're going to want to do. And so location, I'm going to do a radius of 15 miles, a lifetime budget. These leads, again, they're anywhere from 10 to 20, 25 bucks each. These are seller leads, so they're definitely a lot more expensive than a buyer lead or other kind of leads. Our pending and solds come in between $8 to $14. So those are seller leads as well. So if you get a pending or sold as either a buyer or a listing agent, I think those are phenomenal. But this is also a great one, right? Cash offer, very, very popular. I'm going to run it for a week. I can change this image. So if I got a Canva image, I want to do a video here, I want to do whatever, the text and the image are both completely changeable. So that is absolutely not a problem. I can retarget current leads or go to a custom audience. So if I leave that right there, I can hit that to retarget. Then I can enter any custom audience that I've got in Facebook. So if you've got your database as a custom audience, if you have bought a list from something like RedX, My Plus Leads, Vulcan 7, any kind of a list, if you've got something like that, that's a custom audience, you can upload those. And you can even do that in Listings Leads or send it to our team. We'll upload it for you. And that way I can target my ad to these people. Now, the only thing I'm going to say about a custom audience is it's for 9 times out of 10, it's either or. It's either target your custom audience or the location. You don't want to do both, because if you do both, they're going to have to be in both. And that's going to be a very, very small audience, most likely. So if you've got a custom audience, just go ahead and take out location. And you got the autoresponder. I mean, everything is dialed in. Everything is ready to go. It's literally to do an ad, drop in the location, confirm the budget. If you're going to use a custom audience, go ahead and use a custom audience. And then it'll drop you off right here. So there's my ad has been submitted. We got AI text follow-up. Now, AI text follow-up is not live for this funnel. Not yet. We got a custom one coming. It's probably going to be live next week. Might even be live later this week. It's just going for final approval right now. So by next week, we will actually have AI text customized to the iBuyer funnel. So that'll be very cool. Can't wait for that. We got Google Ads. Have a client actually who's using his own. He's using his own iBuyer landing page, but in our system with our Google Ads. Kind of cool. But regardless, Google, a lot more expensive. If you are not into doing Google, I don't want you doing this. If you have experience with Google, and if you know what you're doing, then have at it. And the only reason I say that is these are expensive. All right, $20 a day minimum. You can do 15, but then you're going to probably want to do multiple locations, right? Because whereas on Facebook, $5 or $10 a day is not much of a problem. All right. Whereas on Google, 15 to 20 is a little bit on the light side. And I don't want you going broke on Google. But if you are doing Google, maybe especially the broker clients, where they're using a dedicated service for doing Google ads, they come in and they see ours and like, holy shit, like, holy cow, how easy that is. And you get all the site links, you've got all the different advanced options if you want to mess with them. But we've got the Google ads set up just as great as we got the Facebook ads. Next up is social media post. I can connect whatever Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, and Google. This is not something that's going to generate a lot of leads, but it's definitely good to get out there because we consistently hear people that have people finding them on Google because of our postings. In fact, I just had somebody in the mastermind group talk about they got found on ChatGPT because of our agent website from Listings to Leads. But you definitely want to get these up there because they help you in the ranking. And again, everything is changeable. I can edit the text, I can edit the image. All right, change media, change text, post now, schedule it. And how that will work is, in this case, when people click, they're going to go to the landing page. They put in their address, their time frame to sell and download. I'll show you a little later where these are editable. So these landing pages are editable, where I can change the information I collect and so on. There we go. Short form video script. This is something I would do I might do this one. In fact, you got the short form video script. So these are your TikToks, your Instagram reels. I would record this one once a month, and then I would record the version for the landing page in 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks, think about all the content you need to be putting on social media. And with listings to leads, we give you a lot of great scripts. So there's no excuse for any of you for me to go to your Instagram or TikTok or even your YouTube shorts and not see this video. Now, you don't have to take this word for word. You can paraphrase it. You can just use it as inspiration. Drop this into ChatGPT, come up with your own version of it, but make an offer. All right. Make a short form video offering a free guide to people in your local area on the pros and cons of getting a cash offer on their home. Why wouldn't you do that? All right. It's free. It doesn't cost any money. We're giving you a great script right here that you can either use word for word. You can drop this into your teleprompter app and just read it and post it. It's absolutely free. Again, I keep saying this is free stuff. And with all of the scripts that you get from Listings to Leads, you literally have a minimum of one script a day from Listings to Leads. So this is your script for today. We got the e-flyer for your database. Great, great, great. Here we're offering, again, on all of these, we are offering that free guide to homeowners. The landing page is going to offer them to submit their home to get a cash offer. The PDF guide is an offer to get my guide on the pros and cons of getting a cash offer. So with the e-flyer, most of the time, here's what I do. I just click in here and I just select all and copy. And this e-flyer, what's cool about the e-flyer? You actually just download the guide from here. Check this out. In the e-flyer, you literally just click the image. And because we know who got the email, and even if you send it in your CRM knows who opened it and who clicked. So you're going to be able to find out every time somebody downloads your guide. So for example, here's Follow Up Boss. Just paste it in there. Fix your first name tag. I think in like some programs, for example, it's always ask your CRM, give yourself the subject line. You can see it's right here. And I can send this out through Listings to Leads as well. Send it out through Bold Trail, send it out through Lofty. Look at that. Beautiful. And so when I send this out through Follow Up Boss or whatever program I'm using, I can edit that text if I want to. But there's no landing page. People are going to click the image and just download the guide. Should you sell your home fast for cash? Download this free guide now. Phenomenal email to get out to your database. Let me go back real quick. Let me just show you. I should have shown, I apologize. To send, you got a test email. So I didn't show that. I could have sent myself a test email. And I always recommend that. Make sure it looks phenomenal. Send now. I can select what list I want to send this to. So I could say, send it to all my seller leads. There we go. Boom. Click send. And now all of my seller leads will get that. Later on, I can go back or go into follow-ups right here. And I can then see when it was sent, how many people it was sent to, how many people got it, how many people opened it, who clicked it. So I'll be able to see all that data in a little bit under follow-ups, email blast. So make sure to check that out later. We got a database call script. So call through your database. I shouldn't have to be the one telling you. If you want, you can pay me $300-$400 a month, call me a coach. And then now when I tell you to make sure that you're calling through your database, if you can even call 5 or 10 people. So you send the email out. All right. That's kind of the tip of the spear. And now we want to call through some of the homeowners in our database. All right, it's a great script. This could be any homeowner could be compelled or engaged with a guide like this. I don't have to be in the mood to sell my home right at this very, very moment, but I still wouldn't mind to understand the pros and cons of getting a cash offer. And so if you send me an email and then you give me a quick call, along the lines of, hey, Frank, Scott here, XYZ Realty, and I just sent my new guide, Should You Sell Your Home Fast for Cash, to all of my clients and local homeowners, and I just want to make sure that you got it. All right. Great opening, easy. If they're not interested, you'll find out. All right. But here's the deal. If they have any interest at all, maybe I was thinking about, I got a postcard from another agent. I keep getting phone calls from investors, right? If they've had any kind of inkling or thinking or something going on in their life where this is coming up, you're going to be in a great conversation, all because you sent out the email and then followed it up with a quick phone call. You can't sit there and be passive and hope people are going to click or hope people are going to reply back or hope people are going to call you back. If they do, that's phenomenal. And they do. I've had, when you get like that 600 word response to an automated email, right? To an automated email campaign, and you get that 600 word response, is always awesome. But yeah, so get the email and then use the call script. So call through some people in your database. Next up is the print flyer. Now, one of the things that we did, remember I showed you this earlier, the expired. We actually, and I think that's for the landing page, but since we're talking about print flyers, I included the print flyer for cash offer on the back cover of the expired magazine. And I just, I'm going to mention that because think of all the different non-conformist, non-traditional ways to market for a cash offer. You could take that and put it on a telephone pole somewhere, right? That's the kind of thing that you see in telephone poles. I think this is really cool because now, if you're an expired homeowner, entertaining a cash offer might be right up your alley. And so that's why I thought, take this print flyer. Now, sometimes what people do with the print flyer is include it with something like the nearby homeowner letter. So if you got a listing that you're marketing, maybe it's a pending or a sold, or you got an open house and you're door knocking, or maybe you're mailing it, is including a print flyer like this one or another one from a PDF guide along with the nearby homeowner letter. This could be something, this is a different print flyer for a different guide, but you can see here an acrylic holder. Take these and put it at your open house. That was something that a client came to us with, that he was taking things like this, and he would take 2 or 3 for sellers, 2 or 3 for buyers, and get the acrylic holder. Or here's another one, flat, horizontal, and see that QR code? People can scan it. So imagine you have an open house and you got neighbors coming through because you invited all the neighbors that we talk about. And now I've got a couple of offers for homeowners of different PDF guides and different things like this. So a lot of really cool ways of using these. We got postcards and door hangers. So for example, if you're using a program like Thanks.io or Mailbox Power, what I would do is I will show you the front and the back. These would make a phenomenal part of your farm campaign. So if you got a postcard campaign going out to a farm, we've got the postcards for the landing page. We got the postcards for the guide. The guides are great. Download your free guide, Should You Sell Your Home Fast for Cash, QR code. So if anybody wants to scan it, go ahead and scan that QR code. Now, what I would do, and I believe both Thanks.io and Mailbox Power, there might be other postcard companies that can do this, is you can set it up where it's a dynamic image of the person's home and a dynamic QR code, so that when this gets mailed to 123 Main Street, it's going to have a picture of 123 Main Street on the postcard. And when the person at 123 Main Street scans that QR code, you'll know, just like in the from the email, exactly who scanned the QR code. So if you got Thanks.io, if you got Mailbox Power or another postcard vendor, check that out, because that's a very, very powerful way to use these postcards in a way to increase your engagement with homeowners. And let me know if you have any questions on that. Can I upload my database and send emails through listings to leads? No, we do not allow that as of now. And part of the reason is our deliverability rate is about 95 to 100%, because we do not allow people to upload third-party lists. A lot of times, not you, right? Nobody on this call, but enough times where people upload a cold list that they bought somewhere, and then the whole system gets flagged as spam. And that's why most CRMs have a really difficult time of hitting that inbox, and we don't. So just start generating the leads and listings to leads, and they will be added to these. They can be added to these campaigns. So that was the front of the postcard. Here's the back. Check this out. Great, phenomenal postcard. We've also got door hangers. I like the door hangers. For me and my money on this one, I like the door hanger. Why? Because I can door knock, and then I can put it right on their door handle. Great looking guide, or I'm sorry, great looking great looking oh my gosh, door hanger. Excuse me, I'm looking at the QR code and the image of the guide right there. All right, I can change the image if I wanted to. People just scan the QR code, and that way I can door knock. I can try to meet the people. Again, maybe I'm using a nearby homeowner letter with this. Maybe I'm door knocking a month or a few weeks after I door knocked an open house. Makes sense, where I want to make sure I try to hit this farm. One thing I hear people do, and it drives me nuts, is, and I want you to avoid this, and keep this in mind. Don't run out of the gate sending 1,000 of these out. Every few weeks, I feel like I hear from somebody, and they're like, "Yeah, I sent out 1,000," and I'm like, "Great. When's the next 1,000 going out?" And they hadn't thought that through. So my point is, you want to be able to send something every month to these people. And a great audience could be, if you're using the nearby homeowner letter for a farm area, right? And as much as possible, try to get open houses, try to get permission to market listings that are in an area that you can leverage with direct mail, with the nearby homeowner letters, with the door hangers, with the postcards. Again, we got so many different offers, right? The home value, get your free home value, get one of 45 different homeowner, home seller postcards, PDF guides, excuse me. The pending, the sold, the open house, all the listing, direct mail that we've got. So we've got a lot of ways of hitting that farm area, and including a farm/circle prospecting script. So again, similar to that e-flyer that we send to our database, and then we follow it up with so imagine we send the e-flyer to 200 people. Well, if I got a 3-line dialer and I get all this dialed in, I can call through my entire database with this one message. For most of us, if I could call 5 or 10 people with that database call script, and then if I'm going to be doing a mailing, or I just I have access to RedX, I've got access to My Plus Leads, where I can pull a list, run against the DNC, and call through. This is a great script, because you can use the script either if you send it or you don't. So you'll see there's a version for the script where maybe I don't send out the postcard or the door hanger or the letter, but I still want to call through those homes. All right, any questions on this? So the PDF guide, this guide works the same as all of the other guides that we've got. Now let's flip over to the landing page. So I'm going to click on landing pages. Any questions? Is it possible to see the expired book before we order? Rebecca, so only the one that's on the video. So, we don't have uh, we don't have a way to mail it to you ahead of time. All I can tell you is uh, I'm referring to in the mastermind group. I tried to record that video in a way that you could get a good feel for it. So I'm telling you, this has been kicking around outside, inside, all over, my office, my wife's office, the kitchen, the dining room, the bedroom, everywhere, the bathroom, the main bathroom, not anyways. And it looks fabulous. And I'm telling you, this laying on the kitchen countertop or the bedroom dresser or wherever the homeowner is going to put it, your picture right there in the bottom, right? Beautiful home. We can, whatever home you want to use. We got a few different ones that look fabulous. That is, it's going to be a beautiful thing. All right. So let's go ahead and get over to the landing pages. So I click the landing page tab in listings to leads. There is an iBuyer landing page top right. I can click create landing page, select iBuyer from the first dropdown, and I can create more of these. Create one for Diamond Oaks. I don't like to go too nichey because then I don't want to have to create 20 of these, maybe 2 or 3 max. But check this out. Now when I click view, we buy Diamond Oaks houses for cash fast. All right. We buy Diamond Oaks. I'm going to say homes fast for cash. So I'm just showing here how you can edit it. I can edit all those reasons. I can edit the images. They can even be video. For example, if I click under background, upload video. Actually, I don't have to upload. It'll go to the library here. Stock video. Just selecting from a stock video here. And now when I click save, we buy Diamond Oaks homes for fast cash. We buy Diamond Oaks homes fast for cash. You may need to sell for many reasons. Again, all of this is completely editable. You got your lead form. You got the autoresponder. You can edit, enable it, edit it. I can use different domains. So for example, I have a client, he wants to use our platform, but he's forwarding to another landing page from another vendor. So he's got another vendor. He's using their iBuyer landing page, but he wants our e-flyer. He wants our Facebook posts. He wants our Google ads. He wants our Facebook ads. So he wants all of the tools in listings to leads, but he's using a different landing page. And he does that by under domains, select use domain forwarding and put your domain right there. Yeah. Are those guys available? Yes, they're available in the mastermind group. I'll touch on them after this. So there's a few other items right here that you can take a look at: tag, CRM lead source. For marketing this, very similar to what we just walked through. Facebook ad, again, you're going to be looking at 10 to 20 bucks a lead. All right. People click the ad. They're going to go to the landing page. I'm going to do one more thing. On the landing page, I'm going to go to Edit, General, and I'm going to do Background Shadow. And I'm going to say, we buy Diamond Oaks homes fast for cash. You may need to sell. Yeah, I guess that's good. All right. I'm just going to shade that. Now watch this. It just makes it a little easier to read. I think it makes it look a little bit nicer. It might look a little dark on the StreamYard. So if you're looking at this and it looks a little bit dark, that just may be the multiple screens that it's on, but it looks really, really nice. So back here under marketing tools. So again, we have a Facebook lead ad. This will capture name, email, phone number, and selling time frame. And you can do traffic. You could do video views. There's a lot of different things you can do here. I think what would be phenomenal, what I would love to see you all do is you could do a video views. You could use the short form video script or whatever script you want, record a video and upload it so that there is a video here of you talking about doing cash offers. And then check this out. If you do that, video view, daily budget, to a custom audience. So if I do a custom audience, I can do like $2 a day. In fact, let me see. Yeah, no. I can do $2 a day with video view, daily budget. Now, that's going to be the goal there for the most part is when people watch 3 seconds or more of the video, they are going to essentially be retargeted for other ads automatically through the Listings to Leads platform. So this is kind of a strategy where we are fishing to bring people closer around our boat, if that makes any kind of sense. A lot of great branding, all right? But the goal, and you might get some leads, but the goal isn't necessarily lead generation per se, but it's definitely to get ourselves in front of these homeowners in a way that's going to greatly enhance our branding and then also generate some leads. And then later I can come back and, you can run video to a lead ad. Now I won't be able to do $2 a day. I will be more at I think $5 a day minimum, maybe $7 for a seller. And for a seller lead, for seller ads, you really want to be at $10 a day minimum for something like this. Because again, the cost per lead for this is $10 to $20. If I spend too little and I try to be, I don't want to say cheap, but if I try to be, economically judicious to the extreme, it's not even going to get shown to enough people for Facebook to give it a good run. And you almost will never get conclusive results. Hopefully that makes some sense. When do you recommend using traffic leads videos? Typically Canadian. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Typically, I always recommend lead ads. Just in the beginning, do lead ads. When you get better, when you get more comfortable a little bit, you stay consistent with things, then you can start messing around with all these other ideas. For 99% of everybody, the biggest issue is going to be consistency and making sure every week we got our ads out and running, that we got the AI text follow-up or a different follow-up going on, that we are time blocking time every single day to call the leads back. Because when you don't do any one of these things, everything else starts falling apart, and all these crazy ideas that we've got on how we're going to, fine tune some specific little thing is essentially pointless. So we got Facebook ad, just like before, we got the Google ads. And so similar to, remember when I talked to you about if I wanted to use my own landing page from another vendor, and I showed you how to do that domain forwarding in the edit section? Well, had I done that, the Facebook ad would have gone to that landing page. The Google ad will go to that landing page automatically. And similar to Facebook, you just type in location. Everything is set up. Change my budget, change whatever I want. I can change the text here. And under advanced options, and I just show this because people that do Google usually are a little bit more advanced. So check this out. We got all the keywords, audience segments, headlines, site links, descriptions, I mean, look at this. So you have a lot of great customization that you can do with our Google Ads, but most people don't even touch it. Next up, social media post. Everything is customizable. All you got to do is either schedule or click post now. That is something I would definitely do. Short form video script, just like we got the one for the PDF guide. So, today maybe you do the short form video for the PDF guide, and then maybe next week you do one for the landing page. And every month you want to do both of those every 30 days. So get that out the door, click send. What you want to do is send it to yourself. If you're on your laptop, if you're on your phone, just either copy that into a teleprompter app, record the video, post it, open up TikTok and just record the video. It's not that hard. We got e-flyers for your database. So similar to before, if you click edit, all right, so here's the email. I can edit, copy the code. If I click send now, I can send it through listings to leads to whatever list I want. So I can select my list, send, schedule, send that through listings to leads. The e-flyer will automatically link to the landing page. So we got 6 different templates here. Again, I click send now. I'll select my list and click send. And I got one more thing here. Yeah, so you can see people click the image, then they go right to the landing page automatically. And so the nice thing is you don't have to, once you got the landing page created or, once it's in your account, all of these tools are automatically set up for you. There's nothing you need to do except to use them. So we got, again, similar. We got a database call script. We want to make sure that we are calling through a database. I would not call the PDF guide and this on the same day. I would use the PDF guide version of this maybe today, and then in 2 weeks I use this one. And that way, if it's the same people that get both emails, it's the same topic, but a completely different take on it. Can I add my branded link to these flyers and landing pages? Kathy, what do you mean by branded link? What is it a link to? Yes, that's right. The database is just the leads within the platform. Now you can send our leads anywhere you want. So through your listings to leads profile, you can send the leads you generate with us to any program that you want. Bold, Lofty, Follow Up Boss, Real Geek, Sierra, the print flyer. So again, we got a print flyer, postcard, and door hanger for the landing page, just like we do for the guide. If you got a really extensive, a really nice campaign going out to a farm, maybe you incorporate both the postcard for the landing page and the postcard for the guide, right? And again, we leave space for you to be able to do that, because I love the idea of doing the dynamic home image, and then you got the dynamic QR code. So again, it'd be your coloring, your logo. So I'd put the dynamic home right there, and then the QR code. We buy houses for cash fast in Diamond Oaks. You may need to sell for many reasons. Awesome. And we got the backside. Yeah, Kathy, do you mean like a landing page to another iBuyer offer, like iList or something like that? I mean, it could be, I mean, I don't know. Does anybody have like an open door agent link? Is that even a thing? So Kathy, yes, 100%. And let me know, I should look this up because I know agents can submit a home through open door, right? Or, and you got some of you, for example, if you're with EXP, I believe, or maybe a few others, where maybe you've got like a link that you could send to people. Is this true? So Kathy, what you're going to want to do is go to edit domains, right? That makes complete sense, right? We want to use a different domain. So under domains, use domain forwarding and then drop it right there. So Kathy, does that answer your question? And then that way the Facebook ad, the social media post, and check this out. So, okay, so do that and then hit save. And then, you may have a marketing image from the same vendor. I don't know. Or you may have one from Canva that you want to upload here to use, right? You could upload a different image. Well, if you've already got, that's for the landing page. All right. But yes, the social media share image here. I can reorder, turn on and off, add new ones for why do you need to sell? All right, right there. What else should I mention here? Under marketing tools, all right, we got the Farmer Circle prospecting script, which, again, and I'm a firm believer in it. Now, I'm not a firm believer in getting a bunch of programs that you're not going to use. So I'm not a believer in. So as I say this, remember that first part. But I am a firm believer in a program like RedX, My Plus Leads, Vulcan 7, right? Things where you can, at a minimum, get data for your farm area. I look at that as an investment in your business because when I'm marketing a listing, if I got a listing this week that I'm marketing, especially if I got an open house, let's say I'm going to do an open house this weekend for somebody because it's not even now, if it's my listing, of course I'm going to do this. But let's just say I'm borrowing a listing to hold open. It's not my listing. And because I've got My Plus Leads, I can download a list of 200 people around that property. I can circle prospect them, invite them to the open house this weekend. I can go door knocking with the nearby homeowner letter. And then next month, right, I can call through and send out the cash offer postcard, door hanger, or letter. And again, I can circle prospect again to the same 200 people. So by using listings to leads to create all of these offers, right, whether it's a cash offer PDF guide, a cash offer landing page, we got Tired Landlord coming out later this week or next week, downsizing, right, whatever it is, right? The idea is to take these offers, to take these engagement points between us and our audience and get them out there. And one of the best ways, I mean, obviously, doing a Facebook ad is great, doing the emails are great, but to be able to legally go out, get all this data, obviously make sure I scrub it against the DNC. But now if you're not going to call them, there's no point in doing it. So that's what I don't want people to do is go get one of these programs, never use it. But if you've got listings to leads, and if you, I don't want to say dedicate, but I guess dedicate's the right word, to leverage listings to leads and these other programs, you're gonna be in a beautiful position. All right. Anything else that we should talk about? You got a QR code. So if I want to do a custom flyer in Canva, awesome. And again, I really like the idea because we had an extra page to play with, right? Because I had that back cover I needed to do something with. And so I was like, hey, let's just put that there. Because again, if I'm an expired homeowner and I get this from you, all right, and again, there'll be a cover letter. I see that about the idea that we create a marketing plan around your home. And I'm just like, damn, I know my agent didn't really do any of this stuff. And as a homeowner, when I come up on the page that has the QR code and I scan it, I mean, you got me. Damn. Yeah, that's going to be a game changer. All right. Any other questions about anything that you need me to review with you, go through? Are we good to go? Cash offer. It's a phenomenal offer. Use the you got a database full of people. So send the one for the PDF guide out today. Make a note. All right. Put a reminder. Send L2L iBuyer landing page to database for 2 weeks from now. And then that'll be your note to do. In fact, I would just say, make a note for 2 weeks from now. What is the date today? Because you'll do the guide today, do all the marketing tools for the guide, the PDF guide for cash offer today. And then today's the 24th, October 7th. October 7th, make a note to do marketing tools for L2L iBuyer landing page. So you go to landing pages, iBuyers, the top right. You get that. Everyone gets that in their account. As soon as you sign up for Listings to Leads or you get an account, that's there for you automatically. Just click the green marketing tools button. If you got money for the Facebook ad, that's fine. Go ahead and do it. If you got money for the Google ad, fine. Go ahead and do it. But if you don't, you got the social media post. You got the short form video. You got the email to send out to your database. You got a call script. You got a print flyer that you can go door knocking with or put it as part of your farm campaign, right? Whether it's a postcard, door hanger, or the letter. If you made the investment into your business with a program like RedX, Vulcan 7, or My Plus Leads, you got a call script to call through that area. And then lastly, you got a QR code and embed code. And you got the same thing for the PDF guide. So go get it done, free, paid, great ways to generate some good seller leads. I will give it another quick minute. Kathy, glad to see you got it. Perfect. All right. Nia, Luis, when do you recommend? Yep. All right. Perfect. We got that one. All right. We good? Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Anybody that wants to get on that offer for the expired booklet, get to the mastermind group. The link is right there in that post with the video and the image. I'm telling you, that is the one thing I would be doing right now. Can you post short videos through L2L that are made by the agent? Christine, what do you mean? I'm sorry. When you say post short videos, you mean like somebody doing that video? Like, I'm sorry, using that script? Like a walkthrough video of a listing. All right, so check this out. Go to, let me show you something here. Go to listingstoleads.com, type in whatever, pending, just sold, coming soon, just listed, active, open house, whatever status, type it in and scroll down. And you'll see this at every status. Instagram stories. All right, click here to see examples. Let me see here. And listings to lead. Let me do open house because I know open house. So if I go open house, this will be better. So again, scroll down, go down to, again, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, see examples. And there's a video on how to do this. So you can use images or little video clips. Right, here's a little video clip. So if you want to do a full on video, there's some great videos on how to do like an Instagram reel. I've got a DJI 7P gimbal, and how to use the gimbal to do a nice little walkthrough. But you don't need to overcomplicate it. You can check this out. Check these last two. That's a quick little video of the front of the house. Quick little video of walking through a part of the house. So you can record now, obviously that's a really beautiful home, but you don't have to overdo it, right? You don't have to overcomplicate it, overthink it. Especially if you're just getting into doing video, I tell people, start small. Don't sit there and try to build a studio out of nowhere when you've never done video. Just start by shooting and posting, right? Start with posting images like you saw here. When I go to click here, right? The first couple are just images, right? Front of the house, kitchen, front of the house, video clip, living room, video clip. So, yeah. And what's so powerful about this training is we give you, see right here, see the 5-day Instagram TikTok campaign. We literally give you 5 days of home feature to feature. So here we got front of the house, right? Day 1. We give you poll questions to use. We give you the link that we recommend. And there's 5 different ones of these. So day 2, kitchen, poll question, recommended link and where to find it, and listings to leads. And you should be doing this every week. And you can do this for multiple properties. You could do this for, if you got 3 listings, do it for 3 listings. Whatever listing you're marketing this week, you should be doing this. All right. Day 3, living room. There's your poll question. And there's the link that we recommend. So on day 3, we recommend using the ultimate guide to buying a home. That's your offer. That's your offer of value to your audience. Day 4, primary bedroom. Right? Maybe do primary bedroom and bath if it's, as appropriate. Maybe find another feature of the property. If, the primary bedroom is not something necessarily worth featuring, find another part of the property. And then here's your poll question. And here's the link that we recommend. Day 5, backyard outdoor area. Here's your poll question. Here's the link that we recommend, down payment assistance. So 5 days. It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Even if you don't have an open house, maybe you can do this with a pending listing. You can do it with a sold listing. You can do it with coming soon, just whatever it is. But there are 5, and those could be images. Those could be little video clips. They could be a 20-second walkthrough with you not saying a word. It could be a 45-second walkthrough of you talking. So, but the point is, don't overcomplicate it, is to get started, and then you're going to just get better and you get more involved. Yeah. Kristen, all right, awesome. Glad to hear it. Cool. Yeah. So again, listingstoleads.com / whatever the status is. And then you'll scroll down a little bit and you'll see that section, Instagram, TikTok, and you'll even see the examples. Here's how to do it, how to do for TikTok. All right, everybody, listen, have an awesome day and get to the mastermind group, get with our support team. We'll talk to you soon.